Hello everyone, Mr. Power46 here, and welcome to Let's Play Day of the Tentacle, Episode 8. Now, last time he actually powered Hoagie's Chronogon, which is good. It's very good. So this time, we'll continue doing stuff. Now this guy's obviously breaking into a car, but Bernard's completely oblivious to that.
Hi. Don't sneak up on me like that.
What are you up to?
I locked my keys in the car.
Naturally.
I don't see your keys in the car.
Actually, I lost them somewhere.
If you're locked out, why break into the trunk?
It's a valid question.
I have a spare set of keys in there.
Nice crowbar.
Thanks. Don't even think about asking to use it. I need it.
Naturally.
See you later.
Now,
Yeah.
those keys we got from the door with the guy sleeping
Here,
will
perhaps these are your keys.
come in handy.
Where? Gimme. Hey, thanks, pal. Keep the crowbar.
Thank you, Masked Man.
Drat.
And he talks about who has
Maybe this one.
this many keys. Well,
It must be one of these.
I don't know
Drat.
if that's showing on the video, but I have too many keys.
It must be one of these. What sort of person would carry around this many keys?
Me.
Drat.
Which is kind of accurate to the person I
What
picked.
sort of person would carry around this many keys?
The person's room I picked it up from. But
Maybe
anyway.
this one. What
So,
sort of person would carry
we now have a
around
crowbar.
this many keys?
Which will actually be used for a couple of things. One is this gum with a dime stuck in it. Well, you can pull it off with the crowbar. And then you do something disgusting and you eat the gum off of it. Ugh. I never liked gum in the first place, much less gum that's been on the floor constantly. Makes me sick even thinking about it. Also, if you actually ring the bell 100 times, there's something that happens. I'm not gonna do this Let's Play unless I do it as a silly bonus video. Which, I'm talking about bonus videos. I've never done any of those, and I don't think I'll start now. And you can also use this. And based on how many quarters you need for what you use it for,
1968?
that would be the fortune that they'd need
1974?
if I had just rated their candy machine.
1977.
If they had just rated their candy machine, everything would have been fine. I think a developer calculated it to be around $800,000 worth of coins, which is a lot of money, as you can imagine. But before we use that, we need... So, one dime is enough to move him a little bit, which we got the first dime from the phone, and the second dime just now with the crowbar. This second dime is enough to knock him off. Just for a sweater.
Ew, it's soaking wet.
Which we'll need that sweater for later, but I'll do the puzzle associated with it now. Because why not? Go in the swinging door. Because we'll need to send it to the future to make it, to dry it. This is what the dryer was for, by the way. Put the sweater in the dryer. And then use the quarters with the coin slot. And then this would take a while. Later that day,
Whew.
that goes for 200 years. So, and we'll pick that up later as Laverne. You'll see why we do it. Now, let's start on Bernard's main puzzles. So, Bernard needs enough money to buy a diamond, some ridiculous carat level diamond.
Thanks.
There's actually a
I
max
needed a
carat
little
level, so it's
pick-me-up.
kind of a scam. But that's beside the point. So, you put him to
Must
sleep so he
open
goes to open the safe.
Must
Now,
sign contract.
he
Must
opens and closes it
provide
so
for
fast that you
family.
can't see it. If you do it the way that you do that. But as you can see, if I go in here, he opens the vault, sees something he's scared of, and then closes it in his sleep. So we have to get the combination from that information. Now, videotapes could be used to record back in the day. I was really young when it was that far back in the day. But we can't record without...
It's Dr. Fred's office. I can see the safe. I can almost make out the combination.
Almost. And then...
It's
Get away from there!
And then the
Darn.
nurse says no. So, time to push old ladies down the stairs. And...
Well, you know what they say. If you want to save the world, you gotta push a few old ladies down the stairs.
naturally. And if you hadn't swapped which brother made the statue, she would have grabbed onto the arm of the statue and not gone down the stairs. So, I didn't even
Yuck.
know...
He sucks up dust bunnies from under the bed when he inhales.
So, he's doing the combination. Now, one thing you could do with VCRs back then was record and then play at slower speeds. So, we'll record, and I press the wrong button. This is the right button. So, it waits to start recording until he restarts the animation.
Dr. Fred Edison,
And then
Internal
suddenly,
revenue.
internal revenue comes.
come with us. We'd like to go over some of your records with you.
Naturally.
Upstairs.
Because it's never just one or two steps. So, we'll rewind to the beginning, switch to EP, and press play. And it does it in slow motion. Now, you don't have to remember this. Bernard remembers it for you, fortunately. 101, 999, and 57. He opens it, gets scared in slow motion, closes it. And then, in slow
Dr.
motion,
Fred
the IRS comes.
Edison
Now, this is probably a good time to
Internal
talk about stuff.
revenue.
I can't think of what to talk about, though.
Come
So, I'll just
with
blather on while
us.
this little gag of it going slow. Now, technically, you could skip that. And, okay, that was, what did I do? let's save in C. That was weird. Let's load from C and hope that bug is not there. What the heck? Okay, let's hope that doesn't cause problems. I have never seen that bug. I accidentally pressed escape and 1 at the same time. Let's see if I can... Okay. What? Okay, let's really hope that doesn't cause a problem. It may cause some annoyance, but... oh well. I'll do some Laverne stuff. I've never seen that bug. That's weird. So, the contestant...
Oh, Harold, that's
it's time to cheat.
gross.
Now, if you try to
What
use
are
a
you
scalpel on
babbling
him,
about?
it says,
You really should
don't
have
wanna
told
cheat.
the
Well,
judges
I don't
if
wanna
you
kill
weren't
anyone, at
feeling
least.
well.
so...
Oh, ick! Now, how did that mess get in there? I think I'm going to be sick. Someone in here not feeling well? I was feeling fine until I saw that.
Is that your regurgitation?
No, I'm an healthy human. Didn't you just say you thought you were going to be sick? That's just a figure of speech.
Do you realize you could have infected the whole show with
I
human
sure hope
influenza?
that did not glitch out.
But
If
I
it
just
did,
got
I'll have
all
to...
my shots.
You're a good-looking human, Harold, but you know the rules. You're out of the show.
Crap? I may have to do some of the things
What a
the
mess.
long way.
I hate cleaning up after humans.
Yeah, Bernard's disappeared from there. Okay. That's not supposed to happen. I sure hope I didn't cause a glitch. I may as well give the mummy everything he needs to get there. No, not the fork yet. And for the hair, we need that, and because the hair doesn't look nice with it, you have to use a fork on it to use it like a comb.
And so I said to her, that's not my suction cup.
Hey, when are you guys going to judge best
And just
hair?
basically
all right.
go through all of the best hair, best everything else. I seriously have never seen that bug.
Wow, that's the best hair I've ever seen on a mummy.
Thick and full.
And juicy.
The mummy wins.
Agreed.
If you tried to use the chattering teeth on the mummy, though, it'll go... Chewing gum isn't attractive, so... just... no.
Hey,
So
when
let's
are you
see,
guys
best
going
smile.
to judge best smile?
Oh, all right.
I like the quiet one with the big teeth.
There's nothing in
Naturally.
the rules about them being white.
Of course.
First place goes to the mummy.
Agreed.
I'm gonna have to mention that bug somewhere. But first I'll see if I can beat the entire game without it. So, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to do this the manual way, because I think there's one more thing I need to give Laverne. Yeah, there is. Actually, I might be able to do this. Well, at least he's next to the Chronogon. This is a weird bug. I really hope it does not cause problems.
Hey, when are you guys going to judge best laugh?
Oh,
That
all
was
right.
weird. That was weird. We'll see if the entire game is
Okay,
broken now
who's
that
got
I
a joke?
caused that bug.
Hey, I just flew in from Baltimore, and boy, are my suction cups tired.
Classic.
I'm just glad I could do that fiddly thing that I just did. The only one that laughed at that stupid joke was the mummy.
It's amazing how the mummy can do that without moving his lips.
I say we give him first place.
Naturally.
Agreed.
Well, that makes him best of show.
Let's go congratulate him.
He is very well preserved.
I'll miss
All
his
of the
laugh.
judges are actually
It's
one
time to give him his
specific
winnings and
entity,
start packing
according
up. We
to the
gotta
game.
get this whole show to Baltimore by
because
Thursday.
they had limited amounts of entities they could
Yes,
have on
our
screen
work
without
here is done.
crashing the game. So you get an achievement here in the remastered version. Excuse me.
Well, Ted, this is where we part ways. You've certainly helped save humanity. Even though you've been dead for thousands of years, I think you're my favorite Edison.
Naturally. So, now, meanwhile,
Lieutenant, I want to ask you something. It may
and this is
trouble
one
you.
of the instances where
Ask away, sir.
they can
I can
say
take
it faster
I've got a
than they
strong
can
stomach,
put it in,
nerves of steel,
then
bowels of brass.
people can read in text. So,
Can it, son? This is important. Have any of your friends seemed a bit firm lately?
Ooh, ick. You mean like non-squishy and non-slimy?
That's right. Come closer. I've recently become suspicious that humans might try to infiltrate us.
No.
well, your
Though
suspicions
basically
are...
stupid, they can be tricky. They may be in disguise.
Okay, so, I've got the dinner certificate. And I suppose a second one that's useless, but only because... Also, let's look in here.
Looks like there's some kind
Let's
of
pick up the
rodent
frozen
down there.
hamster. I suppose the trophy is pretty much useless, but other than it comes with another item, which is the Club Tentacle thing. So let's see. The guy at the kennel wants to go to Club Tentacle. So,
Whoa! Dinner for two at Club Tentacle? I can't wait to tell my wife.
and of course he has a wife after he flirted with you. So let's use the switch.
You're free.
Free to do what?
And they're like,
Free to run wild through the woods like humans should.
Big deal.
I said you're free. Now get off your fat, lazy butts and start enjoying it.
Enjoy being hunted for the rest of our lives by that mustached old tentacle with a big net? If we ran off, he'd be right on our trail. If we stay here, we know we'll be warm and comfortable. Outside, we'd be eating bugs and moss.
You'll be eating my fist in a second.
The woods are filled with wild animals, lions, tigers, and skunks.
He
Man,
hates
I hate
skunks. So let's see. I have everything I need for the
Oh,
skunk.
here I go out the door. Oh, I do so enjoy these freedoms that my forefathers fought and died for.
Give it up.
Sheesh.
He's not even trying anyway. But before I do that, I'll melt the hamster, naturally. Now this time they won't pop.
Gosh, I hope this isn't like the primitive, dangerous microwave ovens of my century. Those things could really pop a hamster good. Uh-oh.
And the hamster's still alive.
That was fun, but only because this is the 22nd century. You see, kids who put hamsters in microwaves back where I'm from get taken away from their parents and put up for adoption.
Naturally.
So don't do it.
Also, playing with a 3D printed thing. My dad got a 3D printer. So, yeah. And the dryer's open or done. Now, a cold, wet hamster needs something to dry it and warm him up. And the sweater we put in the dryer for 200 years has
This
shrank.
ought to warm him up.
So, that's why we needed to do that. I think I'm going to get to the end of the game this stream or at least get far enough to see if I glitched out the game a little bit.
This ought to be good.
Now this puzzle, it says, oh yeah, it gives an achievement of, oh yeah, I'm playing a cartoon. He's not too thrilled about me making him look like a skunk, but let's attract him. He's like,
well,
ooh,
what do we have here?
mouse.
Looks like a prosthetic rodent.
So we caught
Another
it.
specimen.
I don't think those squeaky mouse toys existed back in colonial times, and that's where we got it from, but oh well. So, he's scared of skunks, so let's release the faux skunk.
Hey, look, a skunk.
Come back here, you mangy humans! You can't do this! This is an escape-proof facility!
Naturally.
Who says you can't learn anything from cartoons, eh, kitty?
And then you can't pick it up, but you don't need to. So, and before we go down in the clock, let's plug in the extension cord, because the Chronojohn's yeah, the Chronojohn does not have a long enough plug for it. So, let's go down the clock. Open it. Go in. And now look, there's the vacuum cleaner from earlier. So let's pick up the extension cord.
But it's all hooked up
Actually,
outside.
let's use the extension cord with the outlet. Now, this is a hamster generator. So let's try generating it with a hamster. And then, that was rude. That's why we needed the vacuum cleaner. This is why we need the vacuum cleaner, by the way. This is the one optional item. And she even goes, why did I even pick this up when you use it? So, also when they were planning out this scene, it was a lot more elaborate originally. And then they made it that simple. Because floppy disks. Open the hatch. Pick up the dust ball, which is, of course, the hamster. And use it with the generator again.
Well?
Now,
Look
Laverne
at that sucker go.
has power
He
for
just
her
keeps running and
Chronojohn.
running and running.
So yay. Now let's see. Is there anything that... Well, first of all, let's look at this just
It
for
has
fun.
a dent in it shaped like my skull. Why did I pick this stupid thing up?
I love that. Okay, so let's go to Bernard and continue Bernard's stuff. Now, the IRS have locked him up in a room of Dr. Fred. And actually, I'll leave that there for this episode. So until next time, no idea how to do an outro. I hope I did not glitch the game by making it do this. Remove the second character. Until next time, have fun, don't go too crazy. Goodbye.